Wow, so this whole time I'm thinking that I had the thing covered up, and I didn't. Anyways, I'm not gonna say excuse how I look because I'm not trying to dress up or look cute or anything like that. Just want to be comfortable. But hello, I hope everybody's having a blessed day. And um, didn't go to church today. I'm gonna find a different church to go to. But I know I do go to some online sometimes. But I do like going to church in person. I like pretty much I like everything done in person. It's more meaningful and purposeful, and um, I like uh, feeling. You know, it's hard to explain, but anyways, so I didn't do a post as much as I said I was going to do, but then again, I did say I wasn't sure how often I was going to be able to do it. But I was going to try to do it more often because um, it is helping me get out of the kind of like a little shell of not being able to just share myself or my emotions or feelings or experiences or thoughts or anything or opinions or anything with other people. So, almost kind of like it feels like it's like therapy almost, but practice makes perfect. So I just think of it as practice and experiences um, to help me get better at it. Um, Now I can talk all day about God and all things spiritual all the time. It's other things that's harder for me to talk about that's more personal. Not that they're negative or anything. It could be positive, good, whatever. But I'm not a selfish person. I've never been selfish. And some people say that I need to be more selfish, but it's just I'm more selfless than anything. So, but I do love myself. Um, it's just I know that it's just not me in this world, and um, I know what I like and what I can do for myself, and it's just that, and I learn from myself, but you can also learn from other people. And you don't not just supposed to just take, you're also supposed to reciprocate, you're supposed to give too. So it's never just a one-way street. Um, unless it's you going down that street by yourself. But if it's more than one person, then you know, either it's two-way street or it's intersecting or, you know, more multiple lanes or whatnot. Anyways, okay, so I'm battling. Um, Okay, so I did say that I want to meet people, but like just having friends, people to talk to and stuff like that. But apparently, I did notice that after I said that on the dateline, people they just kept blowing up on the thing. So I do know that my laptop, what I'm on here now, is being hacked, which I knew that prior to that. I don't have any privacy, therefore I don't do a whole lot of things that I really want to do or choose to do or need to do because of the hacking. I don't like everybody in my business. I don't care if it's something that I'm supposed to be doing or need to be doing or anything. I will not do it just for that fact because everything is not for everybody. And there's consequences for certain things too. So to avoid that, certain things I just don't do or can't do because of that. And God will send me help to be able to be out of the situation where I won't be able to be hacked, where I won't be around people that do those things or close enough to people to get for those things to be done. Um, right now, the situation is a little bit it's unavoidable. Um, let's see. Um, and same thing with my phone. So that's why I said rather talk to people in person. It's more privacy that way. Online, over the phone, texting, calling, emails, none of that. That's personal. I mean, that's none of that's private whatsoever. So, um, yeah. So that's something that's kind of holding me back. So when people say, "Oh, you're holding yourself back," no, I'm not. Just trying to set me up for failure because everybody knows that my information is hacked, and everybody, if you could see my stuff, then you wouldn't be trying to tell me, "Oh, well, why don't you do this or why don't you do that?" Or nothing like that. Common sense would tell you to come and tell me privately instead of letting the whole world to see so somebody could try to intercept or stop me from doing that. So no, that's just making me a target and that's putting my personal information out there. So I don't buy into any of that stuff. Um also um you learn from your mistakes. So I'm not perfect, but I um have fallen for a few of those tricks before in the past, some years back, and I've learned my lesson. It just takes one time to learn the lesson for me. I don't like repeating the same mistakes over and over again. And I know, okay, someone told me to try to find my family. I know where my family's at. I have done that before. Even before that, when I needed help, they wouldn't even help me. Um, they wouldn't even help me to save my life. They wouldn't help me. You know what I'm saying? So it was to the point where some of them because they're getting paid, some of them because they have habits, and the money that they're getting paid is helping them stay above water, and so they can keep their habits. Some of them are being blackmailed. So um, when I say the enemy is really trying to keep people from me, that's exactly what the enemy is doing. Enemies have also lied to my family about me, on me, to the point where I had to, before my mom died, they were harassing her. So I had to tell my mom to keep the lie going with the family so they didn't come to me. And after she died, come looking for me after she died to try to help or anything if they turn around and change their mind for the simple fact that I didn't want the people that were poisoning me, abusing me, um, sending people to rape me. I'm talking about doing all kinds of crazy stuff to me, to do anything to my family. Then come to find out, my family too was also already in on it. Some of them, not all of them. But the thing with me is I don't carry a grudge. And people think that I do because and think that I'm not forgiving because I don't come back. Well, the reason why I don't do that is because you have so many times to make the same mistake over and over again. And especially if you're grown and you know better. Now, I forgive people, people change and everything like that. And I understand that 100%. But if you have not showed me in any kind of way that you've changed whatsoever, and I cannot, I forgive you, but I have no need to, or no desire or want to be around you or have you a part of my life. You're part of my life because we're living in the same world, in the same, that's enough for me, Um, and it's easy for me to detach because growing up without family being there, I've been so detached. So detaching is not an issue for me. Even coming back close isn't an issue for me because I used to be dumb enough to try to buy my family's attention, affection, or whatnot. So that's another thing. If I'm not doing something for somebody, they don't care. They care when they need something. When they don't, I could be right down the street, won't hear from them, won't nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, um, but that's, I think a lot of people goes through that with their families, and I do know a lot of people do, because like being homeless, you meet a lot of other homeless people, a lot of people homeless for different reasons, and and I ask them questions about their families. I love to hear the stories. I don't expect to hear the bad things, but I always ask people questions about their families and their experiences in life and stuff, because I'm interested in people and their lives and their stories. Everybody's have different things to say and add on to it, and it makes them genuine and authentic, and it makes them unique. It makes them different. You know what I'm saying? And it just really, it's so interesting to me because everybody's story is different. And I love to read. I don't have very many books. Well, the books I have I've already read. It doesn't take me very long to read, so the same book's been sitting up there. And I told myself I'll wait about 6 months and then start reading them all over again. But just listening to people's stories is almost like reading a book, and you're just going through the different chapters, different topics, the subjects they are different chapters and stuff like that. So I do enjoy that. And about people's accomplishments and their meeting them their goals, and you know what I'm saying, the things they go through and how they came from down to up, and it's just, I don't know, things just amazing. So and I've always liked stories with a good ending, where good always triumphs over evil. And because that's going to be, it's biblical, period. So good is always going to win out regardless at in the end. And so I love stories like that because that's real. And even though it doesn't seem like that, it is like that. And that's why I guess I don't get down so much or upset. I don't know when is the last time I cried, but I cried yesterday because there was a post that this person, I can feel everything that this person was feeling, and emotional wise, even the person was talking about things that happened in the past, and I can feel every bit of it. And I could actually see it. And it was almost like it was me feeling it, but it was them. And it was hard to explain. But anyways, yes, that made me cry. And I tried not to. I was trying to fight it, but it really touched me. See, I love genuine, authentic, and I subscribe to that person because I could tell when someone's being fake or someone's lying or someone's trying to talk about someone else's life and make it seem like it's their life, like that's what they're going through. I did try to give this one chick benefit for the benefit of the doubt for um, she's pretending like she was befriending me, and I liked her style, but at the same time she kept copying me. I didn't like that. And then I noticed that yeah, she wasn't who she said she was, so I had to block her. But the genuine people, I do put them on all three of my platforms. I put them on all three of my pages, and I will watch them every day, and like on it every day. But because I can relate to anything real and genuine, even if I haven't been through it or whatnot, or whatever they're talking about has nothing to do with me. I'm a genuine and authentic person. So, and point blank, period. I'm always going to be. not changing for anybody. Um, oh, okay, so the Dateline thing. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a promiscuous person. I'm not a person that I'm not codependent. I'm a very independent person, and I'm not the type to just want to get out and just date and stuff like that. Um, I'm actually just looking for a friend. Okay, so um, and I wouldn't mind having somebody I can travel with, somebody I can work with, somebody just to be cool with. The problem that I have with females is the envious and the jealousy. The problems that I have with male is I don't want anybody trying to, I'm not trying to sleep with anybody. I'm not trying to, I can't have any children. So that's out the door right now. I'm not trying to get married because I have to have a friend and I have to be in a relationship and know the person to get married. So that part is down the line. So um, just looking for a friend, you know. Um, and I've kind of forgot what it's like to have fun because everything that I do is like I can have fun in different ways that doesn't look like it's fun to other people. And um and in my silence or in my personal private quiet moments or whatnot, I I have fun then because I can think, I can talk to God, I can do so much more that's more entertaining um than what do you call it? The norm. I'll put it like that. And um, I like to do things that's more meaningful, things that I don't forget about. Um, I do miss being out in nature because I am a nature buff. I do love, that's one thing I loved about working in Yellowstone National Park because I felt right at home. Like I can just sleep outside. I can just, it was wonderful. Actually, I didn't sleep outside though, but I'm that type of person because when I was in Mississippi, I would put a couch up on the back porch and I would sleep outside every night. Outside underneath the stars and didn't care about the mosquitoes, and those, what they call it, cicadas or whatnot, tree roaches, wood roaches, whatever they call it, the flying things that make the loud noise. People call them different names in different places. Some people call them water bugs, but they're like big flying beetles and make a lot of noise. Um, but um, oh, okay. So what happened with the dating thing is every time I get on there, I get a whole bunch of people just pouring in at the same time. When I'm talking about it, a whole bunch of just people just pouring in at the same time when I'm even online doing a live or something like that. And so I notice that's a group of people that's gotten together that's, doing whatever because that doesn't happen. That didn't happen when I first got online and nobody knew I was on there. But, since then, it just takes a little minute. When you do something, you can tell if someone's monitoring you because it won't just be them, it'll be other people. And whoever's monitoring you, they're paying other people to monitor you. So they're going to be in competition with each other so much to the point where they're going to make a whole lot of mistakes that's going to be noticeable to you and to other people because they're too focused on the competition and making their money. Um, but okay, so the guy that called me, and this has happened to me before when I made a post a couple years ago about a guy. let's see, was it? Yeah, it was 2 years ago actually, about um having a meeting a friend and everything. So my ex sent his brother, which I've never met before in my life, to the homeless place and was trying to talk to me. But apparently he didn't know that I sensed things. So I knew that he was married. I knew um, even his son, and by the time our conversation was over, I knew who sent him to as well, but I knew that he was fake. But what I did was, even before he said a word to me, he was sick. So I helped him out. I gave him some pomegranate juice so that way he can feel a little better. And then I guess he felt like that was the conversation opening up and everything. But long story short is, every time I say that I'm trying to meet someone sends someone else. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna know, because you send somebody and you think you know what I want, but you don't. You know. Um, so this other person that was sent was posing as a man of God and everything, but the catcher is hearing, like, okay, I think he kept slipping up when you start saying, well, we go stay here or go do this and go do that. But, we discuss, being friends and stuff like that. But, you're rushing the issue about relationships when, to me, that's, um, it's like you're not taking the right steps. You're not going in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? You're pushing things a little too fast. And then, um, I don't know. It was just like a lot of little telltales, and then you could sense some stuff. But I use that platform, which I don't like using people, but I use that to be able to open up and talk to people, tell um, the monitoring spirits and those else who else was listening, because my phone is monitored, how I am. Now, what I forgot to do is turn this live on, and while I had the conversation on the phone. And it would have been so cool, because it was like a maybe 3 hour conversation talking about nothing but God. And I'm talking about, it was wonderful. I love that. I love that was the best part about the whole talking, was that, you know. But I don't like being deceived. But I do know you do find something positive out of any negative situation or anything negative, even if somebody's trying to con, or if it's somebody's trying to trick you or whatever. It doesn't matter. Find something positive out of any conversation. Um, and okay, so what I did was to make sure that I was not um, deceiving myself. I looked up the person's name. Can't find the person's name anywhere. Is a pastor. So I was right. But um I do see how I can use talking to people on the phone. Well, that's the thing. See, he was asking questions. Someone don't ask questions, I don't volunteer information. If you start asking questions, then I'll probably start volunteering some information. I feel like I can, talk to you about certain things. That way, people can get to know the real me and see how I am, because people don't ask questions. People just assume, or maybe they ask a question or two, and don't they're not asking the right questions, basically. Um, so that gave me a chance to get out part of who I am and why I am the way I am spiritually, and just touching the surface basic stuff, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like deep, even though it was 3 or 4 hours talking on the phone. It wasn't nothing deep or nothing like that. But just basically scratching the surface. But and then like this is a good example too, because pretending like this laptop, this machine is a person, which I'm talking to, I don't know how many people, but it's just not like talking to a person, but it's the closest that I have. So, which is not saying that I'm lonely or alone, because far from that. But I may get bored sometimes, but that's about it. Let me see. But yeah, this is a way for me to discuss my feelings. I guess my emotions when I don't have very many things to get emotional about, and I don't, even if I did, I don't get emotional about a lot of stuff. I don't get worked up about a lot of stuff. If there's a problem, I'm always cool as a cucumber. I have a level head. Um, Disaster, I'm calm. I can think clearly. You know what I'm saying? It's I don't know. I guess it's different, but I would like to meet some like-minded people. Um, and I like to laugh and smile and have fun, enjoy myself. Like people enjoying themselves around me too. Um, but and spiritually, I know my purpose. I know also what okay, I'm talking too much. Okay, I'm just gonna say I know my purpose. I know what I'm supposed to do. I know what I need to do. But I also do know that I'm supposed to have help. And I see why that I'm gonna need help, because um not that the devil is winning, but as much as the devil is fighting me, and as much money and minions as the devil is pouring out into fighting me, and for as long as he's been fighting me for, I see why I'm gonna need help. And then as much as the enemy is monitoring me. Now see that right there, the monitoring is making it really hard to move. I mean, I'm moving, but I feel like I'm moving in slow motion, instead of just so yeah, definitely need help with that. And another thing is that's why I don't like social media. Social media is the devil's airways, not just social media, but the phones, but especially the social media. You know what I'm saying? Because the enemy can only use what we say, what we put out there. It's like I told you guys about the AI. Like, if you go back and look at my other channels that I had before, I don't have them because they're reported all that to the authorities, but so I don't use those. But the thing is, if you look back at those old ones, and I was talking years back about the AI and what they're gonna purpose end game is gonna be, and all that, and then even with what you guys are calling aliens, and you're getting scared about this, that, another. Why you think the AIs are being built to fight? That's what I'm saying. They're not here to protect us. They are built to fight the angels. So it's a war. The devil is trying to create his army. Demons need a body. So if they don't have a body, at least the AIs could be their body. You feel what I'm saying? So you guys, I mean, it's not rocket science, but like now everybody should pretty much know and see that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I don't use AI. That's why I block out those the messages, the social media messages that people make with the AIs. See, I can protect myself from it from a certain extent, but I also try to protect people from themselves, whether they know it or not. I don't encourage You know what I'm saying? I know things are changing, times is changing and everything like that. And I know robots has been out for a long time, longer than we think that they've been out. You know what I'm saying? Because history repeats itself. So, but the thing is, it's what you do with the knowledge that you have. You know what I'm saying? Some things you're supposed to use when the time is right to use it, and some things you're supposed to know and not forget. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't never know when you're going to need that information. Um, and I know people are making money off of it. You know what I'm saying? But as they say, money is the root to all evil. And this is a good example of it. That's why money is only supposed to be used for two. If it's used for two, then you can make it so it's not used for evil and that it's used for good. But and I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with money or having money or making money or anything like that. It's just how you make it, how you're using it. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's a tool. But if you worship in money, if you worship in anything besides worshiping the Most High, your Creator, something's wrong. That's just not right on every level. So, just gonna throw that out there, point blank, period. But and notice I said Most High God. Okay. Um, let's see. Oh, and people who are sending me now, I notice that over the years that people will try to trick trick you by making accounts in other people's names. You know what I'm saying? And they try to use some of my favorite accounts, or not favorite accounts, but favorite some of the favorite people that I respect and look up to, like motivational doc. I just got a message from, it wasn't from him, but over the years, every year at least once, someone will use his account, make another account, and try to contact me through him. And it's not him, you know, or they'll send messages or whatnot. And then there's this one message that's always being sent. It has the exact word verbatim, and it's been going on for years. They did this with Lovey's account, uh, Motivational Doubts account, with Anointed Ministries account before. Uh, um, oh, but this other account, it was dang, what was it? Dang, I forgot his name. Oh, OG Dre Reacts. That's what it was. So, and someone sent me a message, text to text. So I'm just gonna let you guys know when people do that. Um, Now in the past, I've gotten caught up before, like tricked basically, and it was always an African on the other line, or somebody hangs up. You know what I'm saying? And then someone else calls you back and asks if you want to invest in something or something like that, but it's never the person. So I've tried that years ago, but I'm just here to tell you that it's still going on. So you guys watch people using your information, and then the other people that's on the other end, like on the end of that I'm on, make sure that you don't contact the numbers, because these people, they have enough money that and uh resources that if they want to get a hold of somebody, they can. They don't have to put their, why would they put their number out there for everybody to see, or their information out there for everybody to see? That's just, you know what I'm saying? And then two, when you do call, that means that person has access to your information, and you don't even know who's at the other end of it. You know what I'm saying? They can hack your information. They can um, hack it, sell your information, put it on the black web, um, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And so just to avoid that. So those are little things that mistakes that I've made in the past that people are trying to do now, especially recently. Last month, started in January. Always starts at the beginning of the year, and then it happens in the middle of the year. So it's like twice a year. Um, a bunch of scam artists tries to pull that stuff. So, um, but yeah, just not to fall for it because if someone wants to get a hold of you, then they'll know how to. And then with me, everybody knows my stuff is hacked. There's no way somebody's just going to put their phone number or their information out there just all willy nilly, for everybody to see, for one. And two, because they know my stuff is hacked. That's just, come on. And then everybody ends up knowing where I'm at anyway because of the stalkers. The stalkers can find you, anybody else can find you. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. So, and let's see what else. And I'm not telling the things that I want to do, or being specific about the things that I'm called to do because the devil is busy. And the ones that are really interested are the ones that's gonna be helping me. Yeah, the ones that are really interested are the ones that's gonna be helping me and would be getting to me themselves, getting a hold of me themselves. Because they're aware of the situation, and yeah. But until then, I'm just gonna keep being me. Um, let's see, it's 37. Oh, another reason I did not want to didn't feel like making the videos is I don't like these things like here. It's not embarrassing, but these things are so ugly to me, and they just makes me feel like a RoboCop person, a robo whatever. I don't know. It's just crazy. And I was in pain too because I had to go through procedures to test me to see what type of surgery I would need, and praying that it will come back telling them that I don't need surgery at all, because that is an option, you know. That's not what the procedure was for. It was to determine what type of surgery I would need, which one. But, there's always an option that might not need it at all. So I'm praying that be the case, Uh, but I was in a lot of pain, even more pain afterwards. So, and even more than that yesterday, the day afterwards, because of the type of procedure it was, part of it anyway, with the needles. So, but this too shall pass, and all will be well. And it's part of life, so it is what it is. But so I've just talked about a little bit of something and a little bit of nothing. So that's why I called this a little. But I hope you guys learned something, and that's it. Have a blessed day.